What if Sea of Thieves took place in space, on a spaceship, and only took around 30 minutes to play a game? If that got you interested, then I have just the game for you. Wildgate, potentially the new best game of 2025. If you want to become a spacefaring prospector of the galactic frontier or the deadliest space pirate of legend, then follow me in exploring this brand new universe of Wildgate. This video is my beginner's guide to Wildgate. I will teach you everything you need to know about Wildgate and maybe even a couple tips and tricks to give you a head start on your competition. So what is Wildgate? Wildgate is a team-based PvP first-person shooter where you and 3 other crewmates command your own customizable spaceship in an arena battle against 4 other crews. The goal? To find the artifact and escape with it through the Wildgate before the other teams do, or before they shoot you down. Alternatively, you can take the full PvP route and destroy every other ship to become the last crew standing and the victor. Throughout the game, you and your crew will visit different locations around the map and participate in PvE events and battles in order to earn loot and upgrades for your ship. At the start of the game, your crew and ship will spawn at a random place across the map next to one of these points of interest, where you can immediately jump into the action and fight against computer enemies to earn loot. But there are also many other points of interest that you can pilot your ship to in order to gather as much loot as you would like. You should also explore as many locations as possible because the artifact is hidden in a random location on the map. One tool that can help you with this is the probe scanners on board your ship. Each ship has 3 probe scanners that can be manned by a player. These probes are small vessels that you can pilot around the map remotely from your ship that allow you to scan locations to add them to your map. And the artifact will also be revealed to you if someone on your team scans the location that contains the artifact. The artifact is hidden from all players until someone picks it up, at which point it will be visible on the map to all players in the game. Once again, in order to win a game of Wildgate, you must defeat all other teams, or you can bring the artifact to the Wildgate, which is a large portal that also spawns somewhere random on the map. Now the catch is that the Wildgate is not open right away, but has a progression bar that slowly increases throughout the game until eventually the Wildgate opens, at which point you are able to bring the artifact onto your ship and fly it through the Wildgate portal in order to win. But be careful, because as soon as you touch the artifact, all other players will be notified and will be able to see it on the map, even while it is on your ship traveling to the Wildgate. Players will also be notified when the artifact comes within a certain distance of the Wildgate, such as 2,000, 1,000, and 500 meters away. Now, there are a couple ways that you can protect your ship from other teams trying to steal the artifact from you. The first and main way is with your ship's cannons. Currently, there are 4 types of ships, and each has cannons on different sides of the ship that can be manned by players and expend ship ammo to fire. Your ship has a universal supply of ammo that all cannons take from when firing, and different types of cannons will use different amounts of ammo. And yes, I did say different types of cannons, but I'll touch on that in a minute. Prospectors can use their ship's cannons to damage other ships and attempt to destroy them. As a defense mechanism, all ships have shields around them that can protect them from cannon fire. A ship's shield is separated into many small sections, and when a shield section takes a certain amount of damage, it will be destroyed, leaving a gap in the shield of the ship. These sections will eventually come back online after some time, but once they are destroyed, will leave a temporary weak spot in a ship's defenses, where enemy cannons can strike the hull of the ship, dealing damage to it. Much like the player, each ship has a health bar that will take damage when struck by a cannon or other type of weapon, and when your ship's health is totally depleted, your ship will be destroyed and your crew will be eliminated. Now you can repair the health to your ship by infusing the reactor with ice to cool it down. This will immediately heal 10 damage from your ship, but the reactor has a cooldown before you can use ice on it again. Ice is also a limited resource that you will have to gather from nearby asteroids. There are also fuel asteroids that you can gather that allow your ship to do a temporary speed boost at the cost of 1 fuel asteroid. One tip to know is that your ship will also travel faster if you deactivate your shields from the helm. But be careful, because there's a slight cooldown before you can reactivate your shields. Speaking of the helm, that is how you steer and control your ship's movement. One player may use the helm to steer the ship left and right and up and down, as well as control the ship's speed and activate and deactivate the shields. Your ship will also continue to move without a player at the helm if you don't brake the ship first. If your ship is traveling forward or turning and you leave the helm without braking the ship will continue to travel in that same direction until braked. This also allows you to do other tasks while your ship continues to move, but may also cause some extra chaos and confusion when in the middle of combat. Now let's talk about combat, as it is a key component when playing Wildgate. There are a couple different types of combat throughout the game, including PvE combat, PvP combat, and naval or ship combat. You will encounter PvE combat when raiding a point of interest. Currently, there are a couple different factions of computer enemies that you will encounter, and a couple different missions you must complete in order to unlock the loot vault at each location. Some missions include purely fighting, requiring you to eliminate every enemy from the location. Other missions may require you to stand within the location for a certain amount of time to capture it while enemies try to kill you. After completing the required mission, the loot vault will open at the location, allowing any player to enter and take its spoils. Loot may include special cannons, hardpoint upgrades to attach to your ship, cannon ammo for your ship, or even handheld weapons such as tractor beams and pulse rifles. Players can pick up a loot item and hold C on their keyboard to teleport back to the ship. You can teleport back to the ship anytime and anywhere, but you can only hold one item at a time, so it will take some teamwork to gather all items from the loot room. You also cannot teleport back to your ship while holding the artifact. Cannons can be placed on any existing cannon on the ship to upgrade them from the base cannons. Only one upgrade can be placed on a cannon at a time, and they can also be removed and transferred to other cannons if needed. Some special cannon types include close-range shotgun-like scatter cannons, long-range sniper cannons, plasma beams that fire a continuous laser that does not consume ammo, and more. You can also find upgrades for your ship that can be attached to the many hardpoint locations around the ship's interior. These hardpoint upgrades give different effects to your ship. Most are passive upgrades, including increased health for your shields, increased scanning radius for your probe sensors, or even a laser ram, which is a physical laser sticking out of the side of your ship that can be used to ram enemy ships to deal massive damage. Some upgrades are active abilities, such as a smuggler's turn that allows the pilot of your ship to execute a sharp turn, or a mine layer that can be activated to deploy 3 mines out into space that deal damage to any ship that runs into them. There are also a couple handheld items that do not attach to the ship that can be used by players, such as the tractor beam that pulls enemy ships toward the player using it, and the pulse rifle, which can be fired to penetrate the shields of the enemy ship and deal damage directly to their hull with limited ammo. There is also the turbine, which can be used to propel yourself through space very quickly, a useful tool for boarding enemy ships. Yes, that's right, you can board enemy ships, and it's actually a key factor in combat in Wildgate. Each ship has doors spread across its hull that can be opened and closed by any player. Some doors are secured doors, meaning they can only be opened from inside the ship, but other doors can be opened from the outside, allowing enemy players to come inside your ship. Enemy players can board your ship and kill your crew, as well as access and use your cannons and helm. They can also overheat your reactor, which will cause damage to your ship over time if not deactivated by a crewmate. Almost every part of your ship can be damaged by enemy players as well, whether that be by hand or by cannon fire. Cannons and hardpoint upgrades can be damaged, meaning they cannot be used until repaired. Ship engines can also be damaged from the outside or from within, slowing your ship down. Any windows and doors on your ship can be destroyed, allowing players to move through them and also removing the oxygen from your ship until repaired. All characters need oxygen to survive, except Venture the robot. If players are in space, or a ship that has a window or door breached, they will slowly lose oxygen, and after 2 minutes without oxygen will start to slowly take damage and die, so keep your ship repaired and keep an eye on your oxygen levels. Wildgate has quite the variety of different characters, weapons, and tools that you can mix and match in your loadout to suit your playstyle. Each player can customize their loadout with 1 character, 2 weapons, 2 gadgets, and their choice of preferred ship style. During Wildgate's beta, there were 7 characters and 4 unique ships to choose from, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Each character is classified in the style of crewmate they are, such as boarders, engineers, or explorers. Boarders have abilities that help them get to enemy ships faster and easier, such as Adrian's jetpack, as well as tools and abilities that allow them to cause havoc and destroy parts of enemy ships, like Ion, who can use his 4 arms as melee weapons to damage enemy ships. There are engineers such as Sal who specialize in repairing damaged ship parts as well as scrapping leftover parts to create upgrades for your ship. The explorers like Venture are great at exploring and raiding PvE locations and finding loot and resources for your ship. As I mentioned before, Venture is the one character who does not have to stop to find oxygen when exploring, and regenerates health faster, making him ideal for fighting lots of computer enemies. There are also many different types of weapons to choose from to sort your playstyle, such as rifles, close-range shotguns, long-range sniper rifles, rapid-fire goo launchers, and rocket launchers that damage ships. There are many ways to customize your character and loadout to find the perfect playstyle just for you. Along with the many loadout and character customizations, there are 4 different ships that players can unlock and choose from, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. There is the well-rounded default ship that can adapt to any situation. The scout ship that trades firepower and defense capabilities for speed and agility. The heavily fortified bastion ship with lots of health that comes with a complete set of secured doors to help keep out boarders. And my personal favorite, the battleship that comes armed to the teeth with many cannons. You can unlock the different types of ships as well as new weapons, gadgets, and characters through the reward system in the game. You will start your Wildgate journey with 3 characters, a couple gun and gadget options, and the default ship. In the rewards tab, there are different chapters that you can select, and anytime you gain experience by playing the game, it contributes to unlocking the next tier of the chapter you have selected. These tiers are new characters, guns, gadgets, ships, and customizable options such as weapon and character skins or emotes and sprays that will all be unlocked at different levels solely by gaining experience. You can only have one chapter active at a time, so if you want to unlock all the characters, you will have to switch between the reward chapters. Wildgate had its open beta in the middle of June, which has unfortunately come to a close. The full game will be released on July 22nd, so make sure to wishlist the game on Steam. During my time playing the beta of Wildgate, I found the game to feel very complete and fleshed out, with many customization options, and I encountered little to no bugs or glitches while I played the game. Wildgate has very high potential to become one of the best games of all time, and I urge you all to check it out when it fully releases. I can tell you that I will be playing this game a lot when it comes out, so if you want to see more Wildgate content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel for many more Wildgate videos. Until then, take care prospectors, and I'll see you on the Reach.